Universally, more and more IT companies lay off employees at their mid-30s. In ancient China, if you get laid off in 30s, quite many extraordinary figures wouldn't have had chance to make their contribution, nor be worshipped by their descendants. For example, Mr. Fan Zeng, chief of counselor of King Xiangyu, major competitor of Emperor Liu Bang, the founder of Han Dynasty in the 3rd century BC, which is an influential period in forming a unified China. The war between Xiangyu and Liu Bang is called the Chu-Han War, which is the context of Chinese chess. Mr. Fan Zeng, in his 70s, came to help King Xiangyu and his uncle. Before that, he was more or less a homestayer and got some very tiny reputation of strategic thinking in his neighborhood. Similarly, Mr. Jiang Ziya, a villager who finally became chief of staff of Emperor Zhou Wenwang in his 70s in Shang Dynasty, 11th century BC. Jiang's ancestors were once senior government officers, while in Jiang's time not anymore. He was diligent in studying astronomy, geography, military arts, strategy, and administration of state, hoping to contribute to the authority, but in vain. Until his 70s, when he was fishing, he met the future emperor, had a deep conversation and got recruited, and started to serve in the cabinet. Finally became one of the founding fathers of Zhou Dynasty. If these two are a little bit too old, let's look at another one who is younger, but spent more than 2 decades staying in junior position before acting as general commander of the army. His name is Deng Ai, who is famous for eliminating kingdom of Shu in the period of 3 kingdoms, 2nd century AD. Deng Ai was nobody for a very long time. At primary years in the army, he was just a guardian of a warehouse. Nevertheless, he was a fan of military arts and strategy. Every time he visited some mountain or riverside, he always explored and imaged a war and made arrangements in his mind, like camping location of the army, strategies of ambush, potential direction of the enemy, etc. Of course, his colleagues laughed at him. What made the colleagues appear reasonable is that Mr. Deng remained guardian for 2 decades, without any single promotion. However, Deng never got disappointed nor his habit of mental rehearsal. In his early 40s, Deng became a junior supervisor of a small district. One day, he got a chance to report to Sima Yi, the future chief staff of the king, and got picked as assistant to Master Sima Yi. From then on, Deng got on board a rocket and kept getting promoted. After he conquered the kingdom of Shu, Deng became commander of the whole army. On the contrary, a lot of people show their talents and get the spotlight early. For example, Mr. Han Xin, counterpart of Fan Zeng in the team of Liu Bang, the future founding emperor of Han Dynasty. Han Xin was chief commander of the army at the age of 25. He won a lot of famous battles. Emperor Liu Bang won't make it without this 25-year-old boy. However, Han Xin got killed in 35 due to rebellion. Everyone has his own time and pace. It doesn't mean we cannot make higher accomplishments in the 40s while others do in their 20s. In the famous period of 3 kingdoms, the king of Wei, one of the 3 kingdoms, Cao Cao, won a critical war in his 45 and controlled the north of China with a troop of 1 million soldiers. While his counterpart, Liu Bei, future king of Shu, was still staying in someone else's city with little armed force and nucleus team in his 45. It is mindset, resolution, and action that differentiate people, not age. We don't need to be self-handicapped because our fellows in the same age make bigger accomplishments, nor disrespect them because we make bigger ones. What we should focus is what is our calling, what I strive for the calling, and to keep one step closer every day, and will not get affected by others' comments. I'm being beyond the Great Wall. I will help you to explore the Chinese professionals across the ancient time to find the wisdom for 5,000 years. See you next time.